Hi people of India.
Hello there.
I'm Danny.
I'm Shub.
And we're from No Idea But Here and
We
want to be your friend.
The reason we say this is we're coming to India.
Yes, and we'd love to be your friend. We'd love to have your recommendations on what to see, what to capture in our vlog.
That's right. And you can be in the video. But it comes with a little asterisk because the only way to get in our videos is to...
Tell us where the best food is. We are looking for some vegan food while we're there.
Yeah, we're both vegans, so let's put that out there first and foremost.
So please recommend any vegan restaurants if you know they're good. Somewhere where we can get a good vegetarian meal with no dairy and no egg or ghee.
That's right. Because we eat a lot. And when we travel, we love to eat, like most people. So we don't know what to do, where to go. So this is the purpose of this video.
We did put a reel out on Instagram and it went gangbusters, just asking us where we should visit.
People were coming out of the woodwork. Obviously, people weren't following us, but they were very keen to offer us some advice.
And that's what I love about India, that people are so kind and hospitable. And please tell us any beautiful landscapes or any temples that we need to see. I know there's a lot in India, but just tell us the things that we can't miss. I get FOMO all the time.
Yeah.
And we've left 6 weeks. So we're looking at coming in November. We want to see Diwali. So firstly, please tell us, where is the best place in all of India to see Diwali?
That's right. We want to know the hot tips. If you got a good spot or you think you know the best place to see it, experience it.
We want the full shebang of lights.
That's right. We want you to put it in the comment section because we're going to read all of them. Hopefully, there probably will be a lot because, like Danny said, Instagram went boom, which is great. You know, we feel welcomed already and we haven't even got on the plane.
We'd love to come to your house if your mum's cooking us the best cooking.
Oh,
Please invite us.
We'd love to do that. It would be so fun.
And also, India's so big, we know this. And I know that we can't see everywhere in India in one trip. So we're thinking maybe Bangalore, Mysore, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, I don't know, maybe Chennai. I really wanted to see Varanasi as well, but we've got 6 weeks and we can't be traveling every single day. We want to really look around. We want to make some friends.
Yeah, well,
Please.
we don't have a lot of friends, but we're very open to travel friends. So we're open to, you know, again, inviting us into your house, showing us around, not robbing us, things like that would be great.
Please.
Danny's been, how many times have you been to India now?
I've spent about 12 months collectively in India, but it was while I was studying yoga. So it was Ashtanga yoga and I was studying in Mysore in Karnataka. So the entire time I was in one place. So I really haven't traveled at all.
Yeah.
I love Mysore. I love the dosa. Okay, any recommendations? Sorry.
I'm a big dosa fan, so I'm going to eat plenty of dosa and chili and onion, which Danny says I'll be in my, well, paradise really, because I love chili and I love onion, and I can eat a whole onion.
Any recommendations on dosa, idli, vada, lemon rice? I absolutely love as well.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Please tell us, because like our name suggests on YouTube, we don't normally have an idea what we're doing when we land. We have a loose itinerary. Yeah, we're coming. So yeah, this is just a video to put out there and just see people on the ground in India already. We can look it up online, we could Google, etc. But we want to hear from you, the people that live there, and the real experience of India.
So I have not been to India for probably 8 years now.
8 years?
Maybe, time's gone quickly. Maybe 7.
I've never been.
2015. Yeah, was the last time that I was in India. And I was going every year for 4 years, for 3 months to study at the Ashtanga Shala.
Don't be modest, eh? Tell the people what you do professionally. You're a yoga instructor.
I teach yoga, I do remedial massage, I do fitness. So these days I do one-on-one wellness coaching and run health retreats. And
you're about to move it all online, so you open yourself up to the world. That's just a little side note, shameless plug. Stay tuned. Getting back to the point, we just want some direction for India because again, we're not scared. We love to put ourselves in positions where we have to figure stuff out. But India is a different machine, what I've heard. So
it is, and I mean, I love India a lot. I do find it overwhelming because where I grew up was a very small town in Australia and
country town. So how many people?
it had a population of 101.
Not 1,000, 101 people.
101 people, but you didn't even see them because it was so rural and spread out. It was very farmland country. And, while I live in the city in Adelaide in South Australia, it's still a fairly small city. I mean, once you travel and see other cities, real cities, Adelaide is actually tiny and very quiet and relaxed. So I went to...
I was going to say, they call it the country town of Australia, even though it's a capital city. So just to give it some context, where we're coming from and what we're used to.
Yes, so that's what I'm used to. And I went to Dasara Festival once when I was in Mysore. And I didn't realise that there was a special space for tourists. And I hate considering myself a tourist. I consider myself a traveller.
There's a difference between... What was it? Traveling? No, there's a difference between being a tourist and being a traveller. We consider ourselves travellers because we stay longer, we want to immerse ourselves in the culture and the real country, not just the tourist spots. Anyway,
and we travel to experience life. We don't, travel to escape life. So
that's right. But I digress. Sorry to pull you away from your story about your festival.
Oh,
because it's a doozy, this one. She tells me a couple of times over the years, and it's a bit scary, but the floor is yours.
So I went to Dasara Festival and I went in with the crowds, and this was in Mysore. It was the southern region Dasara Festival. I waited for a few hours in the sun, so it was getting very crowded. I was sitting, there was the railings and then the space where the parade would come through, and and it just got more and more crowded. There was people standing in the alley behind. And it probably was a couple of hours before this Dasara Festival started. I was sitting in the hot sun, and
sounds intense.
There was no room to sit, so honestly, I had like this much space to sit like that. Like, so really, it was like one bum bone that was on the ground, and because everyone was squeezed in, and during the parade, the wall of people behind me started like swaying because of the pressure of how tight everything is.
That sounds a little bit terrifying because it's momentum, right? You can't really slow that down when there's that many people there.
I was in a crowd like that and it to move like that before, and every now and then somebody was breaking through because there was no space.
Wow.
But then there was nowhere for them to go, so they're stepping on all the people sitting.
Jesus.
And then they're getting to the rail and the police are there at the fence and they're like hitting people with a stick because they can't go through the fence because that's where the festival is. And then...
So what you're saying is we don't want to be hit by sticks by the police, so...
No, and also, well, that wasn't really the problem.
Is that the moral of the story?
No, I mean, there was snipers up on the roof, some police up on the roof. Obviously, it's security to keep everyone safe, but I found this alarming. And the problem is, at some point during this festival, I had decided I'd had enough and I wanted to leave. I just didn't feel comfortable. I wanted to get out of there, and I knew that I couldn't. And this is where the problem began.
That's what we're saying about India being different. So we just want to be mindful about, obviously, the population is...
I haven't experienced that in
a million
Australia.
times bigger than what we're used to.
So once I decided I wanted to get out and knew that I couldn't, I started crying. I was just sitting there crying. And
Poor Danny. I wasn't there because we hadn't met yet, so I would have protected her.
But the ladies were so nice. They couldn't figure out why I was crying. And my friend tried to explain to them that I was just too crowded. And there was no room. But they were trying to move and give me more space. And they were like patting my face. And they were so cute.
It sounds lovely.
Trying to make me feel better. And the kids were just looking at me like, why is she crying?
Well, that's just, again, what you're saying is you're not used to it. And it was such a shock.
And then I was trying to leave once they started to clear. And the police I was just trying to get out of there. I was just trying to get out. And every few steps, the police would see that I was crying and stop me and be like, what's happened? What's happened? And it just made it worse.
At least they cared. Yeah, we don't want that to happen, obviously. But, yeah, so we probably should wind it up now. It's been long enough. They get the point. We're coming. We want tips. We want the best things to do. We want the best vegan food. We want to make sure we don't get crushed by stampedes of people.
Or elephants.
I want to see some elephants.
We do want to see the elephants.
Well, with the amount of food we're planning to eat, we might return as elephants, but that's just...
In Kerala, I know Kerala is beautiful. I've always wanted to go to Kerala, and I just don't know which parts to go and what to do when I'm there. Okay, I really don't want to miss out on anything special.
Tell us about Kerala. Tell us about all the parts.
Tell us where to go for the Diwali festival.
But we're open to everything. Like I said earlier in the video, we don't have an itinerary. We're pretty flexible when it comes to making last-minute flights.
Yeah.
And we just want to experience life. So if you think you know the best thing to do in India or some of the best things to do in India, then please, again, in the comments, just tell us. We'll read them and we'll respond to them, and it definitely will help our trip.
Yeah, invite us over, show us around. You'll be in our video as well.
Yeah, that's right. We'll shout you out. So also, if you don't mind, guys, if you subscribe, we are a new channel. If you subscribe and like the video, that will definitely help.
If you like us, love us.
Yeah.
And follow.
This is what I do. But yeah, I mean, look, everyone always says that on YouTube, like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. But it does help. And also, we want to make friends, like Danny said earlier. So subscribe, message us, comment below, and we'll get chatting. And hopefully we don't die in India.
It's nice to meet you. I can't wait to come over and visit.
Goodbye.
Bye.
See you soon.